Welcome back to the Coins Studio. Stop what you're doing and check your loose change right now. You've been misled. You think valuable coins have to look rare, shiny, and perfect. That's completely wrong. Today, we're exposing Australian $1 coins that look ordinary, worn, even damaged, yet are worth shocking amounts of money. These are coins people spend every day without a second thought, and some of them have reached $200,000 that can change lives. They are still hiding in circulation right now, and one of them could be sitting in your pocket. Do not ignore your spare change. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a discovery, and let's dive in. First up, the 2015 Australian $1 coin carry a quiet kind of magic that many people overlook at first glance. To most Australians, they feel like everyday pocket change, something passed across a counter without a second thought. But to collectors and history lovers, these coins represent a fascinating moment in Australia's modern minting story, blending tradition, design mastery, and hidden potential value. A YouTube video on this topic is not just about metal and money, it is about discovery, curiosity, and the thrill of realizing that something ordinary might actually be extraordinary. The Australian $1 coin has always held a special place in circulation, and the 2015 issues continue that legacy with confidence. The familiar design featuring the iconic kangaroos reflects Australia's natural strength and identity, while the quality of minting shows the precision and pride of the Royal Australian Mint. In 2015, these coins were struck for everyday use, yet within those millions of pieces lie small differences that collectors love to search for. That sense of the hunt is what makes these coins so exciting to talk about in a long-form video. When people ask about coin value and worth, it is important to understand that not every coin is valuable just because of its year. Value is created through rarity, condition, demand, and sometimes unusual characteristics. Australian $1 coins from 2015 can vary widely depending on how well they were preserved. Coins that never entered circulation, with sharp details and original luster, are far more desirable than worn examples that have spent years in pockets and cash registers. Another key factor is the presence of special varieties or minting differences. Over time, collectors have learned that small details can make a big difference. Slight variations in design, alignment, or finish can turn a common coin into something worth serious attention. Errors, in particular, fuel excitement in the coin collecting community. A mistake made during the minting process can transform a simple $1 coin into a talking point, a showpiece, and sometimes a highly sought-after collectible. The story of 2015 $1 coins is also connected to how people collect today. Social media, online marketplaces, and video platforms have brought coin collecting into a new era. A YouTube script that dives deep into this topic allows viewers to feel like treasure hunters themselves. It encourages them to check their own collections, look closer at their spare change, and appreciate the craftsmanship behind coins they may have ignored for years. Collectors are often driven by emotion as much as logic. The appeal of Australian $1 coins from 2015 lies in their familiarity mixed with mystery. They remind people of everyday life, while also offering the possibility of something rare hiding in plain sight. This balance keeps interest alive and fuels ongoing discussions about worth, grading, and long-term potential. As the years go by, interest in modern Australian coins continues to grow, especially when certain examples stand out from the rest. Stories circulate within the collector community about exceptional finds and surprising auction results. In some cases, a standout Australian $1 coin from 2015 has been associated with a value reaching $25,400, a figure that instantly captures attention and imagination, making people realize just how high the stakes can be in the world of coin collecting. In the end, Australian $1 coins from 2015 are more than currency. They are small historical artifacts, symbols of national identity, and gateways into a hobby filled with patience, passion, and surprise. Whether someone is a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, these coins offer a powerful reminder that value is not always obvious at first glance, and sometimes the most interesting stories are hiding right in our hands. Now that you've seen how ordinary $1 coins can hide incredible value, the next coin takes things to a whole new level, and most people completely overlook it. Next up, Australian $1 coins from 1995 carry a powerful sense of nostalgia and intrigue that instantly pulls collectors and viewers into their story. At first glance, they appear simple and familiar, the kind of coin many Australians grew up using without ever imagining it could be special. Yet behind that everyday appearance lies a year filled with significance, detail, and collector fascination. This makes 1995 an ideal subject for a deep and engaging YouTube video that keeps audiences watching from start to finish. The design of the Australian $1 coin is instantly recognizable, with the famous kangaroos symbolizing strength, movement, and national pride. In 1995, the Royal Australian Mint continued this tradition with remarkable consistency and craftsmanship. These coins were struck for circulation, meaning they were intended to be used, handled, and spent. That very fact adds to their appeal today, because finding examples in outstanding condition has become increasingly difficult as time has passed. When discussing coin value and worth, it is essential to explain that age alone does not determine how much a coin is worth. What truly matters is a combination of rarity, condition, demand, and unique characteristics. Australian $1 coins from 1995 exist in large numbers, but not all examples are equal. Coins that have avoided heavy circulation, retaining sharp edges and clear details, are far more desirable to collectors than worn pieces with faded designs. Another layer of excitement comes from subtle differences and unexpected discoveries. Collectors are always on the lookout for unusual features, minting variations, or striking errors. These small details can completely transform the story of a coin. A slight misalignment, an off-center strike, or an unusual surface finish can turn an ordinary $1 coin into a prized collectible. This element of surprise is what makes coin collecting feel like a real-life treasure hunt. The 1995 $1 coin also represents a turning point in how modern coins are viewed. As interest in numismatics has grown online, more people are realizing that coins from the late 20th century are no longer just pocket change. They are becoming historical objects in their own right. Videos exploring these coins spark curiosity, encouraging viewers to examine their own collections and see familiar objects in a completely new way. Over the years, stories have emerged within the collecting community about exceptional 1995 Australian $1 coins achieving remarkable recognition. In rare circumstances, a standout example has been linked to a value of $43,600, a figure that instantly changes how people perceive this humble coin and proves just how dramatic the difference can be between common circulation pieces and extraordinary finds. Ultimately, Australian $1 coins from 1995 remind us that value is not always obvious. They teach patience, attention to detail, and appreciation for craftsmanship. Whether someone is an experienced collector or someone discovering coin collecting for the first time, these coins offer a captivating story filled with history, mystery, and the thrilling possibility that something ordinary might be far more valuable than it seems. Before you relax, take another look at your change, because the next coin we're about to reveal is even more deceptive and far more valuable than you might expect. Next up, the 1994 hold a special place in Australia's numismatic journey, quietly bridging the gap between everyday currency and serious collectible history. At the time they were released, no one stopped to admire them for more than a second. They were simply money, passed from hand to hand, dropped into purses, wallets, and school lunch tins. Today, however, these coins tell a much richer story, one filled with detail, rarity, and surprising worth that makes them a perfect topic for a captivating YouTube video. The visual identity of the Australian $1 coin is deeply tied to national pride, and the 1994 issue proudly carries that tradition forward. The iconic kangaroos stand strong, representing movement, resilience, and Australia itself. The coin's metallic tone, weight, and balance were designed for durability, yet decades later those same features make well-preserved examples stand out beautifully. The craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint during this period is something collectors increasingly appreciate, especially as fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation. When exploring coin value and worth, it is essential to help viewers understand that not every 1994 $1 coin carries the same potential. Condition plays a massive role. Coins that spent years in circulation naturally show scratches, faded details, and wear. On the other hand, coins that were set aside early, stored carefully, or never circulated at all can look dramatically different. Sharp kangaroo outlines, clean fields, and original mint shine can significantly elevate a coin's desirability. Beyond condition, collector interest often focuses on the unexpected. Small variations and rare minting anomalies can completely redefine the importance of a coin. Errors created during the striking process, such as off-center designs or unusual surface textures, are especially exciting. These imperfections transform an otherwise standard coin into something unique, and uniqueness is one of the strongest drivers of value in the coin collecting world. The 1994 $1 coin also benefits from timing. Coins from this era sit in a fascinating position between older, traditionally collected pieces and modern issues that many people still overlook. As years pass, collectors are paying closer attention to coins from the 1990s, realizing that they represent a period of change, both in minting technology and in how people interact with money. This growing awareness has fueled renewed interest and discussion around their worth. What makes a YouTube video on this subject truly engaging is the emotional connection. Many viewers remember using these coins in their childhood or early adult years. Discovering that something so familiar could hold deeper significance sparks curiosity and excitement. It encourages viewers to search through old jars, drawers, and collections, hoping to uncover something special they never realized they had. Within collector circles, stories circulate about exceptional 1994 Australian $1 coins that stand far above the rest. In extremely rare cases, a remarkable example has been associated with a value reaching $132,300, a number that completely reshapes the way people think about this coin and highlights just how extraordinary the difference can be between ordinary circulation pieces and truly rare finds. In the end, Australian $1 coins from 1994 remind us that history does not always live in museums or textbooks. Sometimes it sits quietly in our pockets, unnoticed for years. These coins represent more than money. They represent craftsmanship, time, and the thrilling possibility that hidden value can exist where we least expect it. For collectors, enthusiasts, and curious viewers alike, the story of the 1994 $1 coin is proof that even the simplest objects can carry extraordinary worth. Just when you think you know what makes a coin valuable, the next one proves everything you thought you knew is wrong. Next up, Australian $1 coins from 1984 represent the very beginning of a new era in Australian currency, making them some of the most emotionally powerful and historically important coins for collectors today. When these coins were first introduced, they marked a major shift away from paper money and into a modern, durable coinage system. At the time, people saw them simply as a practical replacement, but decades later, they are viewed as symbols of change, innovation, and the start of a long numismatic legacy. The 1984 $1 coin was the first of its kind in Australia, and that alone gives it a special place in history. Featuring the instantly recognizable kangaroo design, the coin captured the spirit of the nation in a bold and confident way. The Royal Australian Mint focused heavily on durability and consistency, knowing these coins would see heavy circulation. As a result, most examples were used daily, passed through countless hands, and exposed to years of wear. This widespread use makes surviving high-quality pieces especially fascinating today. When talking about coin value and worth, it is important to explain that first-year coins often attract strong collector interest. Being the inaugural issue adds historical weight, and collectors naturally seek out the earliest examples of any series. However, value is never guaranteed across the board. Condition plays a critical role. Many 1984 $1 coins show significant signs of circulation, including scratches, dull surfaces, and softened details. Coins that avoided this fate are increasingly difficult to find and therefore far more desirable. Another element that fuels excitement around these coins is the possibility of rare variations or minting irregularities. During the early stages of production, adjustments and refinements are common, and this can sometimes result in subtle differences between coins. Collectors pay close attention to alignment, surface quality, and unusual characteristics that separate standard pieces from exceptional ones. Even the smallest anomaly can dramatically change how a coin is perceived within the numismatic community. The story of the 1984 $1 coin is also deeply connected to Australian culture. For many people, this coin brings back memories of their youth, early jobs, school canteens, and everyday transactions. That emotional connection adds another layer of appeal. A YouTube video exploring this coin does more than discuss metal and value. It taps into nostalgia, reminding viewers that history can be something they once carried in their pocket without realizing its future significance. As modern collectors continue to reevaluate coins from the late 20th century, the 1984 $1 coin stands out as a cornerstone piece. It represents the starting point of a series that would go on to define Australian coinage for generations. With time, fewer untouched examples remain, and interest continues to grow as collectors recognize the importance of preserving this first chapter in the story. In rare and exceptional circumstances, a standout 1984 Australian $1 coin has been connected to a value of $165,800, a figure that instantly transforms perceptions and proves that even the most familiar coins can reach extraordinary levels when rarity, condition, and history align perfectly. Ultimately, Australian $1 coins from 1984 are far more than everyday currency. They are milestones in Australia's monetary evolution, carrying stories of change, craftsmanship, and national identity. For collectors, they offer challenge and reward. For viewers, they offer wonder and surprise. And for anyone willing to look closely, they serve as a powerful reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures begin their lives as something completely ordinary. Now we move to the final coin, the most overlooked yet the most powerful of them all, the one that could completely change how you see your spare change. Next up, the 1996 featuring Sir Henry Parkes hold a unique place in Australian numismatic history, blending historical significance, artistic craftsmanship, and collector intrigue in a way few modern coins can match. Unlike regular circulation coins, this special issue was minted to honor one of Australia's most influential figures, often referred to as the Father of Federation, whose vision and leadership helped shape the nation. At first glance, these coins may seem like any other $1 coin, but for collectors and history enthusiasts, they tell a fascinating story that reaches far beyond their monetary value. The design of the 1996 Sir Henry Parkes coin is particularly striking. The coin features a detailed portrait of Parkes, capturing both his strong character and the weight of his historical contributions. Surrounding his likeness are subtle design elements that reflect the era and the significance of his achievements. Unlike standard circulation coins, this commemorative issue was produced with greater attention to detail, making it a beautiful representation of Australian minting skill. Collectors often note the precision of the engraving and the clarity of the portrait, which adds a layer of artistry that makes this coin stand out from its peers. When exploring the coin's value and worth, It's important to understand that commemorative coins like this one often occupy a special place in the collector market. Their value is not just determined by age or metal content, but by rarity, demand, and historical importance. While millions of standard $1 coins may have been produced for everyday use, the Sir Henry Parkes issue was more limited, making it significantly more difficult to acquire in pristine condition. Coins that remain in mint condition, free of scratches or wear, are particularly sought after, as they retain both aesthetic appeal and collectible significance. Another factor that drives interest in the 1996 Sir Henry Parkes coin is the story behind it. Sir Henry Parkes' role in Australia's Federation movement is legendary. He championed the idea of a united Australia at a time when the colonies were separate entities, and his speeches and leadership helped pave the way for the nation we know today. Owning a coin featuring his image is more than just holding a piece of metal. It's a tangible connection to Australia's historical journey and the ideals that shaped its government and identity. This narrative aspect adds a layer of emotional and intellectual value that makes the coin especially appealing to collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Collectors also pay close attention to variations and special features in coins from this period. Early issues may contain subtle differences in strike, finish, or alignment that can dramatically affect value. The combination of historical significance, limited mintage, and careful preservation means that exceptional examples can command attention and high prices in the market. This makes researching, identifying, and preserving these coins a rewarding challenge for dedicated numismatists. The 1996 Sir Henry Parkes coin is also part of a larger story about commemorative coin programs in Australia. Over the decades, the Royal Australian Mint has produced coins to celebrate notable figures, historical events, and national achievements, creating a vibrant collector culture. Coins like this one are cherished not only for their rarity but also for their connection to the broader narrative of Australian identity, culture, and history. For collectors, the thrill of holding a coin that represents both art and history is unmatched. In exceptional cases, a pristine 1996 Sir Henry Parkes $1 coin has been associated with a value reaching $183,500, a remarkable figure that illustrates just how far rarity, condition, and historical importance can elevate a coin's worth. This kind of value transforms a seemingly ordinary coin into a coveted treasure, demonstrating that careful attention, preservation, and historical context can turn even a single coin into a remarkable asset. Ultimately, the Australian $1 coin from 1996 featuring Sir Henry Parkes is more than currency. It is a symbol of leadership, vision, and national pride. It tells a story of a man whose ideas helped shape a nation, and of a mint that captured that story with extraordinary craftsmanship. For collectors, it offers challenge, reward, and the excitement of owning a piece of history. For viewers and enthusiasts, it provides insight into Australia's rich past and the power of coins as both historical artifacts and valuable collectibles. This coin reminds us that sometimes the small, everyday objects we overlook can hold the most extraordinary stories and remarkable worth.